Well, the question that intrigues me most while talking about monitoring and assessment, and which might be intriguing you guys as well, what's the parameters, what's the criteria on the basis of which we can say, okay, this assessment is good, this assessment is effective, this assessment is, valid. So these are the questions which we are going to see here, looking at reliability, validity, practicality, contributing to the overall, contributing to make assessment look good, right? So we'll first look at reliability and its characteristics. So reliability, a good assessment needs to ensure that it is reliable, which means that the results given by a particular test are not upset by, other conditions, for example, time or instructions. So, for example, if you are giving a test to the students and you give similar test to other students, a group of other students, so that should be governed by time and clear instructions. So that should produce the same results. Well, a test could be considered more reliable if, as I said before, it gives same, it always given under same conditions. So if, for example, time allowed is 3 hours and there are clear instructions, so these are the conditions which could be marked consistently. Which shows if the examiners mark it. So if, let's say, if 100 examiners are marking one assessment or test, they should come up with almost similar results, right? So there are a number of points which need to be considered when we talk about reliability. And if you want to read more, you could, I would refer you to Nation and McAllister book, Language Curriculum Design. So validity, the second element, it is used to assess what is supposed to assess, which means it's used to know how the learners have learned, what they have actually learned. So it shows actually what has been learned. So, for example, if you are measuring listening skill, so you would measure their skills, to what extent students have got comprehension listening. The third is the practicality, which is which entails a number of elements. For example, practicality, cost, whether it suits to the economical situation or the context where it's going to be undertaken, and how much time will be needed to administer the test and sit the test. So these are practical issues which we need to be aware of when we say that, okay, this test is good, this test is bad, and how much time is required to mark a specific test, right? And how many people will be involved in marking tests. So this could be this could add to the practicality of issue of monitoring and assessment, and how the comfort level in interpreting the results and their application, right? So while looking at the parameters of good assessment, we need to ensure that we are aware of validity, reliability, and practicality issues. So it's not possible to attain or achieve these three elements all together. So, for example, we might be having some valid results, but they might not be practical, and we might be having some reliable results, but they might not be valid. So we might have to make some choices, and we need to keep in mind the consequences of those choices. So this is how validity, reliability, practicality, they actually contribute to make assessment look good and effective for a course.